channel. My name is Laura and today I am pre-recording Saturday Shelfie Tour. I am doing my second pile that is in my office that was sitting on my floor that are mysteries and thrillers that I pulled out from my shelves. I have one more after this one and that will be for next week. But here I am doing 21 books that I haven't shared with you yet. They are not in my rainbow mysteries. So these are 21 books that are in my office here. So here we go. Starting with the first book. The first book I got at BookCon, and it is Horror Store. And this one I got a signed copy, and it's by Grady Hendrix. I met the author at BookCon, and I have a signed copy, I think. Let's see what page it's on. It's not on the first page. Let's see, it's on the second page. No, it's not on the second page. I thought I had a signed copy. Keep going. Not on the fourth page. Here we go. Signed copy by the author, and it says, Laura, everything you never wanted to learn about retail, all in one book. Hope it's not too traumatic. And it's Horror Store. So yeah, and that was the author signed that for me. So I have this one. I don't really know much about this book, but there is like a nice back to it, and there is a nice, here inside is a nice display of what the store looks like. And I'm assuming that it is kind of a horror book. So, but takes place in some kind of warehouse. I don't know. Here's some other pictures that are inside the book. Other than that, I really don't know anything about this book. It's all written. There's no more pictures. Yeah. And there's a nice map in the back as well. Here is like a map in the back. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a YA book. I have a signed copy and going into it blindly. So, yeah, so that's that one. Okay, so the next three books are something I called recently. So you've probably seen these in a book haul. I called the third book, I think it was the third book. I hauled the third book in a Dollar Tree haul. And then I had to buy the first two books. So I have the three books now for a trilogy, and these are Cozy Mysteries. So I don't know what order these are in. So I have Marked for Murder, and it's so cute. Look at the cat on the cover. And this is by Dixie Lyle. And this one is the one maybe that I got from Dollar Tree. When I edit this, I'll let you know, but I'm pretty sure I got one of these from Dollar Tree. So that's that one. Then I got A Taste for Murder, and I have To Die For. Yeah, and they look really cute. Cats on every cover. I just love cats. Cats and dogs. I used to have cats, but I don't have any cats anymore. I'm allergic. But yeah, so here are the three books, and I'll let you know which ones to read first when I edit this. So yeah, really like them. They're really cute, mass paperbacks. So yeah. Okay, so the next book I got is The Cellar by Minette Walters, and this is a really thin book, a thin mass paperback, and I don't know what this one's about. Let's see if I could put my glasses on. Okay, Walters takes the suspense novel into new territory. That's what it says on the very bottom here. It says, a compulsive and gruesome read. A Deadly Pleasures Best Novel of the Year from internationally best-selling author Minette Walters, that tells the harrowing story of an African immigrant family and the dark secret they keep hidden in the depths of their seemingly respectable British home. On the day Mr. and Mrs. Sangoli's 10-year-old son fails to come home from school, 14-year-old Muna's fortunes change for the better. Until then, her bedroom has been a dank, windowless cellar, her activities confined to cooking and cleaning. Over the years, she has grown used to being abused by the Sangoli family, physically and emotionally and even sexually. She has grown used to being their slave. When the son's disappearance, Scotland Yard warns the Sangoli home, led by a savory female inspector who isn't afraid to ask hard questions. To keep up appearances, Muna is given a real bedroom and a real clothing, and she is treated at least normally as a daughter. But when the police leave the premises, she must once again call her captors princess and master, and her world remains confined. She is not allowed to go outside, doesn't know how to read or write, and cannot speak English. At least that's what the Sangoli believe. Before long, it becomes clear that young Muna is far cleverer, and her plans far more terrifying than the Sangolis or anyone else could ever imagine. So, yeah. Seems interesting, very dark. So that's this book. Okay, the next one I have is The Night Passage by Robert B. Parker. And it looks like this. And this one says, not much on the cover. It says, Vintage Parker and a Winner. So nothing much on the front. On the back, it shows a picture of the author. So, yeah, he's a Paradise, Massachusetts police chief, Jesse Stone, finds himself caught between corporate town leaders and local militia group and a murderer on the loose. Not for nothing is Parker regarded as the reigning champion of the American tough guy detective. So, yeah. So that's that one. Okay, so the next one is a haunted house, and it's called House. And this one is by Frank Peretti and Ted Decker. So it's co-written. The Only Way Out is in. And only Peretti and Decker could have delivered this full-tilt supernatural thriller. They had me ripping through the pages, then blew me away with a final twist I never saw coming. Can't wait to see the movie. So yeah, so there must be a movie out. And on the back it has a little bit of a blurb. So let's see what it says on the back. Let's see. A mind-bending supernatural thriller from the creators of The Present Darkness and Showdown. Frank and Ted, two of the most acclaimed writers of supernatural thrillers, have joined forces for the first time to craft a story unlike any you've ever read. Enter House, where you'll find yourself thrown into a killer's deadly game in which the only way to win is to lose, and the only way out is in. The stakes of the game become clear when a tin can is tossed into the house with rules scrawled on it, rules that only a madman or worse could have written, rules that make no sense yet must be followed. 1 game, 7 players, 3 rules. Game ends at dawn. So seems interesting, and I'm hoping it's a fast-paced one. So yeah, so that's this one. Okay, the next book is called The Crooked House by Christopher Kent. And this one has nothing written on the front. And on the back it says only praise on the back. So I'm going to say the praise. What's not to love about a chilling psychological thriller featuring a claustrophobic English seaside town, the heroine, the sole survivor of a family massacre, and her intriguing relationship with an older, slightly domineering man. Comparisons to Daphne du Maurier's Rebecca are apt for Kent's most recent standalone novel. Demands to be devoured in one sitting. Compulsive, unsettling, and scary as hell. A Daphne du Maurier setup, but updated, influenced by Agatha Christie too, and transported to the coastal Suffolk of P.D. James, while Kent handles her mystery plot and large ensemble adroitly. What is most memorable is the atmosphere of the novel's estuarine world, where everything seems muddy, shifting, and treacherous. A tense, gripping thriller and utterly compulsive. I loved it, and that was quoted by S.J. Watson, which he wrote Before I Go to Sleep, which I loved. So, yeah. So, I think I'm going to love this one. So, that's that one. Okay, the next one is a memory loss one, I'm assuming by the title. And it's called Remember Me This Way. And this is by Sabine Durant. When a thriller leaves you looking over your shoulder, it's a sign the author's doing something right. Durant doesn't put a foot wrong with this assured and deeply unsettling chiller. Superb. And that was written by Sunday Mirror. So, yeah. Let's read a little bit of the back. This is also praise about the book. It says, Under Your Skin was among the best of the wave of psychological thrillers that appeared in the wake of Gone Girl's success. Remember Me This Way is better still. An elegant and quietly chilling illustration of the ways in which lovers blind themselves to reality. Creepy and emotionally acute, spellbindingly dark and intense drama. If Sabine Durant's previous psychological thriller, Under Your Skin, was indebted to Agatha Christie, the centrality of Cornwell in Remember Me This Way suggests Christie has been displaced by Daphne du Maurier, while Under Your Skin was striking. This is stronger performance. Grips immediately. Durant sustains the mystery throughout and offers a clever resolution. This is one super disturbing psychological thriller, so I'm assuming it's very, very dark. From its brilliant yet heartbreaking opening to its unexpected and shocking ending, it took me on an exhilarating and relentless journey until the very last page, as tense and terrifying as they come. A writer who can leave you breathless with anticipation. A superb book from start to finish. So, yeah, sounds very interesting and very dark. So that's that one. Okay, the next one is called The Unseen World by Liz Moore. And, yeah, it's a creepy picture on the front. Yeah. So, on the back is just praise for the book. So, praise for the book. It says, I was thoroughly engaged with Unseen World. What a wonderful, fulfilling, riveting read, alive with complex characters, a thrilling story, wit, and above all, a deep sense of compassion. I absolutely love this wise, compassionate novel that challenges our definitions of family, of intelligence, and of love. Equal parts cerebral and heartbreaking. The Unseen World is utterly compelling, and its heroine, Ada, is irresistible in all her thorny vulnerability. Liz Moore has given us a masterful version of our own modern condition, and I cannot wait to place this book in the hands of most Advent reader friends. So, yeah. From the first page to the last, The Unseen World held me spellbound. I am Liz Moore's biggest fan, and after you read her new, surprising, big-hearted novel, you will be too. So, yeah. So that's that one. The next one is called Cain and Abel by James Grippando. Sorry I butchered his name. Stunning like Gone Girl meets Grisham. Yeah, that was quoted by Linda Fairstein. Yeah, let's see what it says on the back. Miami's top prosecutor becomes a suspect in his wife's disappearance, which may have a chilling connection to the woman he can't forget. Miami prosecutor Abe has been through tough personal times with the death of his beloved wife Samantha. Now remarried to the supportive Angelina, he throws himself into his work. When a woman's body is discovered dumped in the Everglades, Abe is called upon to monitor the investigation. The FBI is tracking a killer in South Florida they call Cutter, because his brutal methods hark back to Florida's dark past, when machete-wielding men cut sugarcane by hand in the blazing sun. Then Angelina goes missing, and suspicion surrounds Abe. His closest friends, family, professional colleagues, and the media no longer trust his motives. Was his marriage not what he'd hoped for because he loved Samantha too much? Or was there another woman and a husband with a dark side who wanted his new wife gone? So that's that one. Okay, the next one is called Deep Sleep by Greg Iles. And I haven't read Greg Iles yet, and I really want to read his books. This one says a potent thriller ingenious. So on the back it says gripping, suspenseful, exciting, filled with so much action that it deserves to be read in one long and satisfying session. They are called The Sleeping Woman, a series of unsettling paintings in which the nude female subjects appear to be not asleep but dead. Photojournalist Jordan has another reason to find the paintings disturbing. The face on one of the nudes is her own, or perhaps the face of her twin sister, who disappeared and is still missing. At the urging of the FBI, Jordan becomes both hunter and hunted in a search for an anonymous artist, an obsessed killer who seems to know more than Jordan and her family than she is prepared to accept. So yeah, this seems very dark as well. So that's that one. The next one is a Mary Higgins Clark. I have read her before, and I just recently hauled this one. And I got Before I Say Goodbye. And I have a damaged copy here. Yeah, it's a little bit, I think they took the price tag off or something. So this one is about a young woman probing into the mysterious circumstances of her husband's death, receives a message from a medium claiming to be his channel in Mary Higgins Clark #1 best-selling thriller, Before I Say Goodbye. Clark is at her best again as she delves into the spiritual and psychic realm. When Nell learns that her husband, architect Adam, and 3 of his business associates have died in an explosion of his new cabin cruiser, she is not only devastated, but racked with guilt. The last time she saw Adam, they had a bitter quarrel over her plan to run for the congregational seat long held by her grandfather. She had told him not to come home. As the investigation into the boat's explosion proceeds, Nell learns that it was not an accident but a bomb. Despite her skepticism, Nell is swayed by her great aunt Gert, a believer in psychic powers, to see a medium claiming to be Adam's channel. While trying to unravel the threads of Adam's past and his violent end, Nell consults the medium, who transmits messages to her with instructions from Adam. The story reaches a powerful climax in Nell's final encounter with the medium, in which she learns the truth about the explosion. Truth she can't be allowed to live and tell. So, yeah, this seems pretty interesting. Look at that cover. It has eyeballs there. Pretty neat. So, Yeah, so that's that one. And then I have another one by Mary Higgins Clark, and this one's called We'll Meet Again. It's that one here. And this one says, let's see if I could read this quickly. Dr. Gray, prominent Greenwich, Connecticut doctor and founder of the HMO Remington Health Management, is found dead in his home, his skull crushed by a blow with a heavy bronze sculpture, and his wife Molly in bed covered with his blood. It was the Lash's housekeeper, Edna, who made the grisly discovery the morning after Molly's unexpected early return from Cape Cod, where she had gone to seclude herself upon learning of her husband's infidelity. As the evidence against Molly grows, her lawyer plea bargains a manslaughter charge to avoid murder conviction. Released from prison nearly 6 years later, Molly reasserts her innocence to reporters, among them an old school friend, Fran, an investigative reporter and an anchor for a true crime show. Molly convinces Fran to research and produce a program on her husband's death, and as hidden aspects of Gary Lash's life and the affairs of Remington Health Management come to light, Fran herself becomes a target for murder. So that's that one. I have a few more to go. I have The Missing Girl by Nora Fox Mazer. And this is the story of 5 sisters: Beauty, Mim, Stevie, Fancy, and Autumn, and the man who watches them. He could be any ordinary man, but he's not. Unaware of his scrutiny and his increasingly forbidden thoughts about them, the sisters go on with their ordinary lives, planning, arguing, laughing, and crying, as if nothing bad could ever breach the security of their family. In alternating points of view, Nora Fox Mazer manages to interweave the lives of predator and prey in this unforgettable psychological thriller. And this is a best book for young adults. So I guess this is an YA book. Yes, a psychological thriller, and it sounds pretty interesting. So yeah, lots of point of views though, I think. So that's that one. The next one is one that I almost picked up for April, my book club, except we chose Pride and Prejudice instead of this one. And the book that they were voting on was this one, Pretty Little Liars. Now, I did watch the pilot, so I know kind of what this one is about. And this is, there's many seasons on this one, so I do have a lot of these books. I think I have up to 12 or something on my shelf, but right here in this pile I only have book 1. So this is book 1. I got this for 50 cents. It says it right there. So yeah, I'm not going to go on to what this one's about. I'm sure everybody knows about this TV show. Okay, the next one is another YA book, and it is called The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And this one says, The Naturals is a Criminal Minds for the YA world, and I loved every page. So, yeah. Let's see what this one's about, because I don't really know. Cold cases are about to get hot. 17-year-old Casey is a natural at reading people. Piecing together the tiniest details, she can tell you who you are and what you want. But it's not a skill that she's ever taken seriously. This is until FBI comes knocking. They've begun a classified program that uses exceptional teenagers to close infamous cold cases, and they need Cassie's help. Cassie moves across the country to train with a group of teens whose gifts are as unusual as her own, and who can be as puzzling as the unsolved homicides they have to work together to crack. Casey's roommate, Sloane, is better with statistics than she is with people, and human lie detector Leah is as prickly as they come. Broding Dean shares Cassie's gift for profiling, but keeps her at arm's length. Then there's sarcastic, privileged Michael, who has a knack for reading emotions and uses his skills to get inside Casey's head and under her skin. No one in the Naturals program is what they seem, and when a new killer strikes close to home, danger creeps closer than Cassie could ever have imagined. Caught in a lethal game of cat and mouse with a murderer, the Naturals are going to have to use all of their gifts just to survive. So yeah, this seems pretty interesting, with a lot of different things, that psychic powers and stuff. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. The next one is an author that I met at BookCon. The first time I went to BookCon. I've been to BookCon twice. I think I went 2 times. So yeah. So this one is I Hunt Killers by Barry Liga, and I have a signed copy, and let's see if I can find it. Okay, here you go. Here's my signed copy. And it says, Laura, leave no clues behind. So, yeah, and then he signed it. And I have no idea what this one's about. And I wanted to read it because you could see I have bookmarks there. But I never got to it. It's what if the world's most notorious serial killer was your dad? So, yeah. Seems interesting. Okay. It was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful field, except for the body. Jazz is the son of the world's most infamous serial killer, and for dear old dad, take your son to work day was year-round. Jazz has witnessed crime scenes the way cops only wish they could, from the criminal's point of view. Now, with bodies piling up in the sleepy town of Lobos Nod, Jazz must work with the police to prove that murder doesn't run in the family. So, yeah, seems creepy as well. I have 3 more books to go, and the next one is a short one. I have Charm and Strange by Stephanie Kuhn. Twisted and Twisting, relentlessly compelling and a must read, and that was quoted by Ellen Hopkins. So yeah, there's not much on the back. I'm gonna read it really quickly. It says, haunting, charm, and strange is a shocker of a page turner that unravels brilliantly from both ends. Charm and Strange is a story of blood and family and the animal inside, and it's ferociously real. So, yeah, that's the back. Not much, but it's very short. So, yeah, I love short books. Okay, the next one is The Accident Season, and this is by Moria Foley Doyle. And every secret is an accident waiting to happen. And the back is very short. The worst accident is falling for the wrong person. For Kara and her family, every October is inexplicably accident prone. Some years it's bad, like the season when her father died, and some years it just cuts and scrapes. But this accident season, when Kara, her stepbrother Sam, and her best friend Bea are 17, none of that will make a difference, because the lines between fantasy and reality are starting to blur, and some secrets are threatening to be revealed. Haunting, entirely unique, and amazing. Yeah, so that's what. The last book is a YA book as well, and it is Dangerous Girls by Abigail Hayes. Friends for Life or Death. Compulsively readable, hair-raising. And I was going to read this one because I do have a bookmark in there. Okay, so the back, it says, Spring Break Aruba. Swimming, sunshine, and drinks. Lots of drinks. It's supposed to be the best time of Anna's life. Perfect. But then Anna's best friend is found brutally murdered. And as the local police begin to investigate the gruesome crime, suspicion and evidence unfathomably point to one person, Anna. Now trapped in a country not her own, Anna must fight for her freedom and prove her innocence. But as she awaits the judge's decision, it becomes clear to Anna that everyone around her thinks she is not only guilty, but dangerous. Very dangerous. And when the truth finally comes out, it's more shocking than anyone could ever imagine. So, yeah. So I read the whole back. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye.